Hey guys, Colleen here, and I'm very excited to do this video because I got a lot of good feedback on the last video I did with the first impressions on the LA Girl foundation, as well as the Is the Beauty Treats palette as good as the Vizier. So as you can tell by the title, this is a bottle of the makeup sponges. Now what I realized, because there's so many different types and brands of non-brush beauty applicators on the market, this will be like the very first edition, so it'll be like a battle of the sponges. So this is like the first episode, and basically what I'll do is like match everything that is out there with the original beauty blenders, you know, because they would have been, I guess, the original ones to come up with the idea, you know. And I mean, they really did make a name for themselves, and I'll just match it up against every single sponge applicator that is on the market to see if it is as good as the beauty blender, if it is a good dupe for the beauty blender, if the beauty blender needs to retire and, you know, you need to give the dupe a crown, you know. So basically that is what this episode is about. So in this first episode I will be matching up the beauty blender against, let me just get it here, what is going on out there, my god, the beauty blender against the silicone beauty applicator. This was sponsored by Vanity Affair TT. I will link their Facebook page and other contact information in the description below. This retails for 75 TT dollars. Alright, and basically they say it's a reusable silicone sponge that cuts down the amount of foundation that, what the hell, somebody dying? Anyways, the amount of foundation that you use. I like to tell you, this looks like a bra insert. I remember when I first saw this on Instagram, I was like, should I damage my $60 US bra, Victoria's Secret bra, and try this? I'm like, not a shit of that, you know. So Vanity Affair TT sells these for $75. I think that's the cheapest I've seen them. They usually go from 80 TT and up. So I mean, again, I will link their information below. This is just so weird, like, look at it, it's so weird. And of course I'm matching it up against the good old trusty beauty blender. This set costs 560 TT, which is not bad because this retails for like 75 US on Sephora. This is a Sephora exclusive, and this is sold in Starlite, so you can get it there, and you get 5 beauty blenders in an assortment of colors. Typically one beauty blender costs 125 TT, so you're actually saving some money here buying 5. And I can tell you, if you do take care of these, you could have this for quite a while, you know. So I mean, if you're interested, you could pick up the 5 set. If not, I mean, you could just get the 1 set. So basically what I'm gonna do, I'm going to use one half of my face as beauty blender and the other half the silicone pad, right? And to make this even more interesting, I will be using the new L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover foundation. The reviews on this foundation are not good, but I wanted to try both applicators with a full coverage, and I didn't feel like cracking out my Kat Von D. They say this is the equivalent to a Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. I'm in the shade 311 Creme Cafe, which is the equivalent to the Pro Glow and the Pro Matte in the L'Oreal lines. but this is supposed to be full coverage, so I will give you like a first impressions on this foundation, in addition to telling you how the silicones pad matches up to the beauty blender. So you're getting a 2-for-1 special, just saying, you know, that's how I like to do it. So if you're interested to see how all of this works and how I look afterwards, just stay tuned. Okay, so I kind of filled in, shaped my brows a little bit, and I put some concealer, so I'm just gonna like blend that out this side with the beauty blender, of course, right? I'm using what I think is the ugliest one in the set, which is the nude. This color is just, it's like the color of baby puke, but you know, I don't know, they say it's supposed to like hide foundation, but I'm not nude beauty blender, I'm brown, so we're gonna come out with a brown one, so it'll be nude for us brown girls, you know, just saying. And okay, this is a silicone sponge. I think what I'll do, because it feels a little bit on the dry side, I will spray a little, like fix it something on it, just so it doesn't feel as you know. And I okay, so far so good. I was so skeptical about this. I mean, it's blending it out just like, right? So okay then, so using the Infallible total cover, I am going to put some, now it's a squeezy tube and it's rather difficult to squeeze out. I hope this one matches. Okay, iPhone, I hope this one matches me, because I bought one like last year and it was totally off because the packaging is misleading, you know, and it didn't match, so I gave it to my friend, and I'm like, because I tried it out and I'm like, you're gonna hate it. She's like, you sure? Okay, alright baby, love you too. Yeah, and she hated it, like she really hated it. So back with the beauty blender. Wow, like this foundation is thick as mud, and you see how it just covered up my mole, like it has the consistency of paint, which I'm not a fan of. I mean, I like full coverage, but I don't like that paint feel. So let me just put a little bit more. I prefer to put my foundation on my skin directly as opposed to on the sponge, because that minimizes like the absorption of the product. Just a trick, and always use a damp beauty blender, you know, if you want to get that like airbrushed look. So you can tell I'm still putting on product because it's full coverage here, but it's not spreading the way I like it to. It's kind of hard to work in, but it's a fairly decent match, eh? Fairly decent match. Oh, and just for like reference, I am a MAC NC45, right? Right now we're rocking like a serious tan, so say what? So I mean, you seen the difference, my eye here and there. I mean, it's completely like full coverage, full coverage, you know, and you saw how much product I had to use. So going back on this side now with the L'Oreal, gonna try and mimic the same amount of products. Ugh, it's like paint. Yeah. Alright. I don't like the squeezy tube. This one, it makes getting the product out a little harder. So going in with this now. Let's see if I need to like use as much product, huh? Okay, that's my children. Just ignore. You know? Just ignore. But wow, it's spreading on the product better. So I guess in terms of like a full coverage, a full coverage foundation, this pad is actually working for it as opposed to the Beauty Blender. I guess like a lighter, runnier foundation, like say the NARS or the Luminous, you know, that might be more suited for a Beauty Blender, right? Okay, actually I am pleasantly surprised. Let's see, are you blending out better? Yeah. Okay. Okay. But well, look at that. Well, slap me sideways. Okay, let me put on some concealer. So I am going in with the Maybelline Master Conceal, and this is in the shade 50 medium dark. This is the darkest in the line. It doesn't go darker than that, unfortunately, and my problem with this is the applicator. Like, I like a doe foot applicator, but my friend said that this is a very good concealer, so I'm just gonna pounce that in again with the Beauty Blender on this side, just keeping track. Alright, so there we go, and you see how a lighter highlighter makes your face look more awake? Just saying, you know. So okay, going in with the same Maybelline, we'll see how this one fares, right? So I'm just gonna directly put the product on and kind of put it in a way, you know, and we'll see how that works with the sponge. I think I want to like use a wet wipe and just clean this off. So I've cleaned it off, and I'm just going to like see how this works. Now my problem with this right now is the shape of it. Like, if it had a more pointed angle to kind of get in the hard to reach areas of, you know, I think I put on too much product. So let me just wipe this off. Clearly you use less product when you're using this too, so it's a good thing. So just be mindful of that if it is you are seeking to like invest in one of these. Just saying. Let me just pounce that in. There isn't as much absorption of the product with this than the Beauty Blender, you know. Just saying. So let's just try and even it out a little bit. So yeah. Alright. Right. Okay. Now this is going to be the real test here. Powder. Because I typically like to set my under eye with powder, and I typically go back in with the same sponge to do that. Alright, because Beauty Blenders is like a lazy girl's dream. So I am using the Ambrosia mattifying powder. What's the name of it? Mineral mattifier, sorry. And it's in the shade Glow. So this is typically good for deeper tone girls. So I'm just gonna press it into the skin. Right, to like set there, and I'm gonna clean this off. It's very easy to clean. I just use a wet wipe, and you could use the same one wet wipe to clean it. Okay, and going in here with the powder, I'm gonna press this in, see if this works here. Oh boy. Okay, clearly not as good with the powder as the beauty blender, so I was waiting to see where the con was, right? So no, it's not as good with the powder as it is with the liquid, and it's quite good with the cream, the heavy creams, right? So let's just put that in. Let's just try you out here. So yeah, it's not as good with powders as it is with liquids and creams. So let me just take a flat paddle brush. If I could find my flat, here we go, my flat paddle brush. It's a foundation brush, but I like to dust away with this. So I mean, but the foundation so far looks kind of good, and I'm sorry I did not wear this today when I went to the cinema, so I could have like tested it out, you know. But I could always put how it holds up during the course of the day, later down in the week, you know. Foundation looking a little bit reddish, but you don't find a little reddish, but I mean it is a good match. It's sitting on the skin quite nicely. So let me just finish my look off camera, and then, you know, I will give you like what I think are the pros and cons between this bad boy and this bad boy, and let you decide, you know, which one is with your coin. Now, in terms of a quick little review on the foundation itself, I mean, it applied flawlessly, you know, to the face. It actually looks good, but I don't know, like the color seems to be slightly off to me, to my mind. The Pro Matte and the Pro Glow I find were better matches for my skin. And in terms of the application, yeah, it glided on, but I did not like how pasty the foundation is. It's like literally applying acrylic paint on your face, you know. I wouldn't be able to, of course, give you like performance. I will do that like later on in the week. I'll just wear it during the day, a typical work day, and tell you how it wears, you know. So just look out later on for that review, like that completeness of the review. I understand that Starlite is carrying this foundation now. I got this off of Amazon when it now came out, I think last year, November. And I paid like 10 US for this, and I think it cost me about 20 TT to clear it. So it was basically around the same price as what Starlite may be selling them for, you know. Would I say this is a game changer as the other foundations, the sister foundations? No. It reminds me of Kat Von D Locket Tattoo Foundation, but it is not as lightweight. It is very full coverage, because I have a mole somewhere there and it just completely covered it, like can't see anything. And I didn't really put like, I didn't put an added layer of foundation powder on my face. I just put the tinted rice powder on my face just to set so it wouldn't crease, you know. But other than that, so I mean, if you want to try it out, it's totally up to you. I would not suggest people with dry skin to get this though, because this seems to like cling. So I mean, you can't see it, but to me I'm feeling as if it's clinging to some parts of my skin, and I just don't like how it wears. I'm just being honest with you. So I mean, that's it for my first impressions on the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation. I don't know what else L'Oreal is going to come out with. Hopefully they improve on this, because the other two really did set the standard very high. Just saying, you know. Mascara and lips to match my nails. This is Colourpop Rabbit. This is the first time I'm wearing it, and I'm like, why did I take so long? It's just pretty. But anyhow, that's not the point of this video. The point is, which do I like? Honestly speaking, I would say as of now it's a draw, because there are setbacks and, you know, like advantages of the two. So let me just run through. Now with the Beauty Blender, the advantage of this is the shape of it. It is easy to get in the nooks and crannies, you know, of your face, because your face is not like flat, you know. It's three-dimensional. It could get into those hard to reach places and blend out your foundation, concealer seamlessly, to the point where you look airbrushed, right? My drawbacks to this is, because it's a spongy material, it does retain the bacteria and stuff like that. You have to clean this, and sometimes cleaning this can be a pain, because depending on the foundation you use and how long you've left it in your beauty blender, it could stain it and you don't get the nice pretty look of the beauty blender again, you know. And of course, another setback to it is the price point. These bad boys cost $125, and you have to replace these, and depending on how often and the level of abuse you use, it could be anywhere between a month, 3 months to a year to replace one of these. So, and I mean, I am a beauty blender, okay, ride or die kind of person, so you know, I'm like, my god, yeah. So not saying that I don't like it, but at the same token, you know, I mean, I will always stay true to a beauty blender. Okay, all right, yeah, I will always stay true to a beauty blender, but you know, just saying. And look how dirty this gets, you know, already. Wow. Okay, I see you, yeah. So I mean, there will be those faithful beauty blender users who will never divorce themselves from this. More power to you. Now the silicone sponge now, and I'm using the term sponge loosely, it's more like a pad. Now it takes a little getting used to, because it doesn't absorb anything. Yeah, may on the first couple instances use too much product and waste too much product, which is what I did when it came to the concealer part. So I really need to like tone down on it. That being said, I like the fact that you use less product, because that means you have more product to use, you know. And basically, yeah, I like the fact that it did this seamlessly as it did this. Can you tell the difference? Like, really? I cannot tell the difference, to be quite honest, you know. So I like the fact that, you know, this little bugger was able to do the job. And even better, the fact that it cleaned off easily. So cleaning this is a breeze. The only setback is this does not like adhere powder very well. So if you're the type of girl who likes to do a one and done and set and whatnot, this will not set your powder. You'll still have to go in with either a wedge or brush to pack on the powder, either to bake or to set. And this will. So what's my honest take on this battle here? Basically, I think this has the slight advantage over the Beauty Blender, because to me, anything that makes me use less products and have the same look and finish as a Beauty Blender is a thumbs up in my book. Not to mention the fact that this is $50 cheaper than this, and this will last you for as long as you remember and know how to use this bad boy, whereas this one you got to replace it because of the bacteria issue. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you put it on your face, you don't want all the grossness being spread across your face. Just saying, right? So I think this actually beat this out, and I am like really impressed, because I can tell you I was so skeptical about this. This looked so gimmicky. I was like, this is bullshit. People taking the inserts out of the bra and putting it on the face, and I'm like, what? So yeah, so basically that's it. The next battle of the sponges would definitely be Beauty Blender against tried and true real techniques, you know, because I know there's this ongoing debate as to which one is the better one. So just look out for that episode in the near future. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Comment in the comment section below. Tell me what other battles would you like to see, what other videos you would like, reviews, makeup looks. You know, I'm down for anything, you know. And if you haven't subscribed as yet, please do. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers. It's not even funny. I don't know, it's like insane. It's less than a year old, and yeah, I know there's so many bigger channels out there and they grow much faster. My channel has grown organically, in my opinion, and honestly speaking, I feel happy with its growth, you know. I mean, I'm looking forward to crossing that 1,000 mark. I'll definitely be doing a giveaway to mark and celebrate that occasion, you know. And like I said, please subscribe, you know, if you haven't. And until the next time, bye.